Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got a little bit of a different video, and it's going to be kind of more a Beatles kind of overview of all the stuff that's been released here, um, at least probably for the past 6 months or so, because there's a lot of stuff that came out, and I was kind of waiting to do this video until the Black Friday Record Store Day release list was released, and of course there was a couple more things to add to this release. And I know some other channels have kind of done like a roundup or like kind of an overview of all the stuff that's came out already. But I decided to kind of add a little twist to it and kind of see like how much money it would be for like a casual fan, kind of a pretty big collector or fanatic, kind of what I might do as a collector myself with all these options, and then like kind of the ultimate collector guy and that just gets literally everything. I just want to see how much money it would be that you would have to spend to get all these new releases. I thought it'd be kind of a fun little exercise here just to see how much stuff is out there for this year. I got my notes here ready to go, and I'll pop up pictures and hopefully keep a tally of like prices for like the casual fan, the kind of the fanatic, the Beatles fanatic, and then like the ultimate collector that would just buy everything. Because I was just curious because I know there's a lot of stuff that's come out this year, it seems like, and I'm kind of grateful that the Black Friday list only has a couple items because I'm still figuring out what I want to do with all these anthologies, greatest hits compilations, the John Lennon release, and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to start off with the Beatles and then go through the solo Beatles here. And then again, hopefully kind of add pictures as we go through here, as well with the prices and what I think a casual fan would want, or like then a collector, and then obviously the ultimate collector that will literally just get everything. So hopefully this will be kind of a fun and different video. And we're going to start off with the Beatles Anthology Collection. Again, the big thing here is that Anthology 4 is being released, although only like 13-ish new songs are going to come from it. So we have the CD version from the Beatles site, which has like the extra postcards. That's like $130, and then you got the standard one that does not have the extra lithograph pictures, and that's like $110. And then you have the same version of that, but LP format. Um, the $400 one from the Beatles site is going to have the extra um, photo cards, and then you got the standard one is like $375 without those cards. So that's already starting off a pretty good amount of money there. And then they Apple listened to us, and then they gave us Anthology 4 by itself. Again, LP $75, CD $35. And then sticking with Anthology, the book is going to be reissued for I believe $50. Um, I'm certainly not going to be getting that because I already have the book right there, and you can probably just find the book at your local some record stores for pretty cheap, like $10 max, that kind of thing. And then the last Beatles thing, it's actually going to come out October 10th, and it's going to be the Abbey Road on green vinyl, the Target edition, and that'll be $35. So I think the casual fan who probably might already have anthologies 1 through 3 might just get Anthology 4 by itself here, whether that be the LP or the CD. All I know is that Anthology CDs are like the most common CD I see at record stores. I always see Anthology 1, 2, and 3 for like $5 to $8 in the CD section at my record stores. And so I'll probably put a range for them. It would either be $30 for the CD. I think that's what it costs. Yeah, just Anthology 4 is $30, and if you're the vinyl collector, it costs you about $75, $76 there for the casual fan. Now for the fanatic or something that I would be interested in, I would probably go with maybe just the CD collection right now. I already have most of the anthology records on vinyl, but I might like to get the limited edition with the photos. Just why not, for fun. and then I'll keep my eye out if there's any secondary market that falls greatly for the LP later down the line. I'm probably going to do that, but I'll probably get Anthology 4 on vinyl as well as that to add to the series of collections. Like, here's an Anthology 2 I just picked up, and I'll probably add that to the other anthologies record-wise, but stick with the CD for, I guess, the new remixes, I guess you could say. Um, Casual collector, I would not recommend buying the book anyway. And I don't really think they would buy the Abbey Road on green vinyl either. But as a fanatic, I'm going to get the Abbey Road on green vinyl because I like the variations. But for the casual fan, I think it's just the 2019 mix, so they would probably already have something like that, or they would just want to find an original one anyway. And then for the ultimate collector, I would say they're probably getting the CD set with the photos, the LP set with the photos, and they're probably going to get Anthology 4 by itself, record and CD. They'll probably get the book, and then they'll get the Abbey Road on vinyl. So I'll probably post all those numbers um, at the bottom of the screen here and see how much that adds up. So I'm going to be doing this, I guess, post production, and I'm going to be seeing what kind of prices show up here. I had everything up, but it kind of got deleted. It was not saved, unfortunately. So I got my notes here to help me out the best I can. And then now we're going to go to Paul McCartney. We got the Wings Greatest Hits collection, and there's a bunch of different variations for this one. You have the 3 LP color fan pack edition, which is like $145. You get t-shirts, poster, and it's on colored vinyl, 3 LP set. And then next on the Paul McCartney site, you got the 1 LP collection with the dual tone slip mat fan pack. That's about $52. And then you got the 3 LP limited edition colored vinyl collection, which doesn't include the t-shirt. It's just the poster and on colored vinyl. And then you have the same thing that I just mentioned, but on black vinyl. So that's $115 and $100 respectively there. And then you have the 3 LP set, no extra posters or anything, or stickers or something like that. And that is $80 for the 3 LP set. That's just standard, nothing, bare bones. Then you have the 2 CD set, which is $25. The Blu-ray collection, $27. The 1 LP version, just standard, $30. The 1 CD, $14. And then there was actually just announced or released, I saw a post that there's going to be now a Target edition, I believe on green vinyl again, of the 1 LP compilation for $27 available. I'm not too sure when that is released. Would have to double check that. Let's see if I have it pulled up. Looks like it says arriving release date November 7th. So there you go. And right now it just has a picture of the cover, not anything too official, but it does say it's on green vinyl. So, and then the last Paul McCartney item, which is going to be released at the end of October 31st, and that is the Wonderful Christmas Time 7-inch single on yellow vinyl. So, a bunch of different options for the Paul fans out there. As the casual collector, I would probably say they would either get the 1 LP vinyl or the 2 CD set, which has all the songs compared to the 1 LP collection. So again, I'll probably give like a range depending if they're more CD or LP or vinyl heavy. Now for the fanatic, got a lot of choices here, and something that I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do with this. The 3 LP color vinyl version with all the kind of extra posters and stickers might be interested of me. I would probably either get that or just the standard 3 LP collection. I know a lot of people were excited about the Blu-ray collection as well. That's not something I'm interested, but for the sake of what I've been seeing, I'll probably add that to the middle one as well, because I believe that's the first time a lot of these Wing songs are on a Blu-ray collection like that. And then obviously I would say the Target green vinyl LP would do for me as well. I'm probably gonna end up getting that. So there's the 3 LP version, kind of a Blu-ray or CD, and then the Target exclusive I would say would be a good kind of like fanatic choice, I would say. And then and also the Wonderful Christmas Time 45. I'm gonna try to. I do plan on getting that as well. Um, and then obviously for the ultimate collector, they're probably gonna get most of these variations. They'll get the fan pack 3 LP set, the LP set with the slip mats. They might even get a standard black 3 LP set with that, all the CD variations, and then the Target exclusive, and then the Wonderful Christmas Time 45 as well. So a lot of stuff from Paul, and I know there's a lot of merch as well, a lot of T-shirts, and there's a Wings watercolor postcard set of 10. So I might throw in like a T-shirt or something to that Ultimate Collector, because the T-shirts are kind of interesting as well. All right, on to John Lennon. Again, with his Power to the People release, there's a pretty, I believe there's like 6 different versions of it that you can get. You get the 9 CD set and all the other extra goodies and all that kind of stuff for $240. You got the 2 CD set for $30. The Power to the People 1 CD for $19. Then you got the 4 LP set for $170. The 2 LP color vinyl edition for $76. And then the Power to the People for $65. And then he has the Happy Xmas War's Over on green vinyl, the same thing as the Paul McCartney release. They kind of came in a Christmas box set, but they're going to be also sold separately. So I'm not going to get the box set because I just want the Beatles stuff. And again, that's going to be $15 as well. So for the casual fan, I would say this might not even be of interest of you per se, just because it's maybe not quite his studio stuff. It's a little bit, I would say, more for the collector for this kind of release here. But if you wanted to kind of dip your toe into some bonus John Lennon live stuff, it would probably either get the 2 CD set or the 1 CD set, I would say. So again, I'll probably put a range for there. Because even the 2 LP for $65 is kind of is a pretty hefty chunk to just maybe try something of John Lennon that you don't really know too well. So I think the casual fan will probably stick to more the cheaper end for this release here. Now for the Fanatic choice, I'm probably passing on the 9 CD set just because it's a little bit too much for me right now. I'll wait and see if Amazon brings it down way down the line or anything like that. But I would probably I would be interested in the 4 LP set, and then the 2 LP color vinyl is pretty cool to me as well. So those are the kind of things that I'm looking at. And then again, I'll get the Happy Christmas War's Over 45 as well for the $15. And then the Ultimate Collector, pretty much getting every variation, so their price goes further up there. Okay, so those are the main releases there that have a ton of variations. Now we're getting the George and Ringo that are a little bit on the less crazy side, I would say. But recently, George Harrison released the Let It Roll compilation. I think that's dropping down now in price on Amazon to closer to $50 now. So a little bit better, and I think on Discogs they're getting close to the $40 range. If that interests anyone that hasn't got it yet, including myself, I will eventually get it. Again, I'm just trying to wait for the prices to get as cheap as they will. So right now I see it for like $50 or $55 or so dollars. and he just released the Eco CDs, the Digipack um, set of 6, kind of like the Dark Horse years, and those range for about $17 a piece. And I think they also have like the bonus track on them as well. And then finally for George Harrison, you got the Record Store Day, Zoetrope of Living in a Material World. Um, I think those are around $35 a piece for the single LP set from the Wonderwall and Electronic Sound albums. And I know All Things Must Pass was like $100 for the retail. So I'm just going to say Living Material World was $35 for the picture disc for Record Store Day. For the casual fan, to be honest with you, I don't think they really get any of these releases. Um, the Let It Roll is just a compilation. You can buy that CD that came out for $10 or less, so they might get that as a CD. Um, Again, all the Eco CDs, they might pick an album to see if they like or not. So maybe another $17 there. And then Living in Material World, I think they would just rather find again an original record out there for like $5 to $10 instead of a Zoetrope picture disc. So not a lot for the casual fan. I don't think for George Harrison. Now for the fanatic, I want to get the Let It Roll. I don't really care so much about the Eco CD packs. Um, there's the George Harrison box set, the Dark Horse years. I would rather just save my money to get the box set because that's just in the jewel case. But that's the only difference is that is in the jewel case, and the other one's in like the Digipack Eco sleeves or whatever. So that doesn't really matter for me. And then I'll get the Living the Material World picture disc to add to the series there for Record Store Days there. And again, the Ultimate Collector, get everything. And that'll bring us to the final artist here, and that'll be Ringo. And he's actually had some pretty decent releases here. You got the Live at Soundstage, and I did finally get mine in. I'll show this more in detail on my next Beatles find here, but I got the burgundy swirl. And then there was also a gold version as well that I did not get. I'm just going to stick with one variation for right now. So there's a red and gold. I think those are like $35, $36 a piece. And then there's the most recent Ringo Rama, which are going for about $70 a piece. There's the yellow and the purple version. Again, I will get one eventually, hopefully waiting till the price drops down a little bit. Because that's the first time it's been out on vinyl, these two records, so that's the interest of me. And another release that's kind of like, I've seen a couple people talk about it, but there's the Stop and Smells the Roses Liquid Fill edition of that album. They seem to keep repressing this album all the time. It seems like there's like picture discs, color vinyl of this album all the time, and the Liquid Fill is interesting. It's apparently super limited. I've seen prices now be more around the $100 range instead of like the $200 range or something. But it's kind of crazy. Maybe if it was like $35 to $50, I might get it because it's kind of cool. But for $100 or $200, I'm passing on that pretty easily. And then obviously for Record Store Day, he has the Choose Love 20th anniversary, first time on vinyl as well. And again, I've really been liking these Ringo releases for the first time on vinyl, what they have been doing for the past few years. And I think it's going to be a 1 LP record, I believe. It's just 12 tracks. I think the runtime is about 41 minutes or so. So hopefully that would be kind of around the $35 to $45 range for Record Store Day. If it ends up being a 2 LP set, which I don't think it would be, but that would probably push it up to the $50 to $70 range. But I'm hoping it'll be kind of more towards that $35 to $45 range for Record Store Day. So I'll kind of put the range for that. But to be honest, post-production Sam here, as of typical Beatles and solo Beatles fashion here. The day I made this video, the the morning I made it, um, the new Ringo color vinyl releases did not get announced until that afternoon. So now I'm going to add in a clip here, um, showing you the 4 LPs that are going to get reissued on color vinyl for the Ringo camp here, and add those to the list of all the stuff that we're talking about already. So you got Sentimental Journey, you got Buku's a Blue, you got the Ringo album, and then Goodnight Vienna, all on limited edition exclusive color vinyl now. And pretty fun release, I would say, because I don't think many of his early albums have been reissued in at least quite a while. Like they might have not been reissued on vinyl since the 1980 Green Capital label, like kind of the budget label. Not too sure on that. I'll do a quick search here and probably put it up to see if I'm right or not. But they're all going for $30 a piece on the Ringo site, probably plus some shipping as well. So didn't want to miss this. I'm glad I caught it when I did, and we'll see what the final verdict is for all the casual, fanatic, and ultimate collector prices will be here shortly. All right, back to your regular scheduled program. But to be honest with you, with the casual fan here, again, they might not get any Ringo release here because they just might not know about it, and they just kind of know the Ringo album, and that's what all they want. Again, maybe if they see a soundstage or Ringo Rama CD out in the wild for like $5 to $10, they might pick it up. I don't think they're going to be spending $35 to $70 for a Ringo album that they don't really know too much about. Same about the Choose Love. They might just not know about the songs on it for Record Store Day. And obviously, I don't think they'll be getting a Stop and Smell the Roses Liquid Fill $100 record. But Ultimate Collector will get everything, obviously. And then I'm looking at one variation per release. I'm looking for like a soundstage. Obviously, got the red vinyl version or the burgundy swirl. And then Ringo Rama, I'll probably get either the yellow or purple. Probably not getting the Stop and Smell the Roses unless the aftermarket drops it way down for a very considerably less amount of money. And then I'm going to get the Choose Love for Record Store Day. Now that one is only 1,500 in quantity, so it might get pretty tough to find in the aftermarket. So we'll see how that goes. Let's see. Yeah, 1,500 quantity for the Ringo Choose Love, but it is an RSD first, so they probably will reissue that either on a black vinyl or on a different color vinyl. So we have to wait and see what they'll do there. And then for the George Harrison Zoetrope, there's 7,600, so that would probably be pretty easy to find, and probably easy and almost probably cheaper in the aftermarket to get that one. It's not All Things Must Pass, and they had less quality for All Things Must Pass too. I don't really know why they did that, because the prices immediately skyrocketed in the aftermarket if you didn't get it. All right, so that was a lot of stuff. Hopefully, I got all the prices at the bottom, and just to see how much kind of material and how much it would cost you to get everything Beatles related. Oh, I almost forgot. There is a Badfinger um, reissue on blue vinyl, so we'll add that to the Ultimate Collector side on blue vinyl. So yeah, there's that as well. Almost forgot about that one. But all right, post-production Sam here for one last clip, and this is going to be kind of just a wrap up of all the pricings that I came up with. So for the casual fan, you got anywhere from $120 to $180-ish dollars, and it's not too bad, to be honest with you, if you're a real casual fan of the Beatles and solo Beatles stuff. And if you have birthday or Christmas presents, you can probably cut that almost in half to get some good Beatles releases here for the casual fan. Now, when you get to the fanatic, that's where things kind of get a little crazy, as I got a range from about $950 to a little over $1,000 worth of Beatles items from the past like 6 months, which is kind of crazy. Um, so I'm definitely going to be picking and choosing my spots here for what I want to get, and I'm primarily going to be waiting on a lot of these items to hopefully drop down in price here eventually, because most of these box sets that are released usually go down in price. At least that's what I've seen trends for other releases, like the Revolver box set, Let It Be box set, Abbey Road box set, all that kind of stuff that's been released for the deluxe editions. So I have no real reason to believe that's not going to happen again for the anthology stuff and the John Lennon Power to the People and like the Wings compilation. So I'm going to be holding off on a lot of this stuff until later, and then get the things I kind of want right now. Again, I got a birthday coming up, and Christmas is coming up, so hopefully getting some presents in that way will also help out as well as doing some yard work and helping around the house a lot for sure. So I'll be doing that. And then if you were the ultimate collector, I got the price as a little around $2,500 of Beatles and solo Beatles material, and that's just pretty much records and CDs with a book or two in there and a T-shirt or so. So a lot of stuff there for the ultimate collector. But I thought it was a pretty fun um, little exercise experiment, whatever you want to call it. Since I know there's been a lot of stuff released here, and let me know if you enjoyed this type of video. I put a little bit more time into it than I do most videos with all that kind of editing stuff and things like that. So again, if you like this type of video, I'll try to come up with some ideas that kind of are a little bit different than the showing records all the time. Um, Even though I do enjoy that the most, I can definitely know I can see that being a little bit repetitive if I just keep doing that. But again, that's kind of what I like to do, so it's okay. And I'm gonna leave it with the George Harrison Zoetrope picture disc. It's kind of funny that we're living in the material world. You know, we, as proven by all these prices here, that are coming up with a not so necessary vinyl release for George there. I thought it was kind of funny. But anyway, I'll leave that on that note. And again, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.